Once upon a time, in a cozy little cottage near a big green forest, lived a mother pig with her 3 little sons. They were happy and grew up strong and smart. One sunny morning, Mother Pig gathered her 3 little pigs around her. She looked at them with love and said, "My dear little ones, you are all grown up now. It's time for each of you to go out into the world and build a home of your own. Remember to always do your best, work hard, and be careful of the big bad wolf who roams the forest." The 3 little pigs kissed their mother goodbye and set off on their adventure. They were excited, but also a little bit nervous. They walked and walked, their little trotters carrying them deeper into the world. The first little pig was a bit lazy. He didn't like to work hard at all. As he walked along, he met a farmer carrying a bundle of straw. Perfect, he thought. This will be quick and easy. He politely asked the farmer, "Excuse me, sir, could you please spare some of your straw so I can build a house?" The kind farmer agreed, and the first little pig quickly gathered the straw. In just a few hours, he had built a simple house made of straw. It wasn't very strong, but he didn't care. He just wanted to finish quickly so he could play and sing the rest of the day. So he sang, "I built my house of straw, I built my house of hay, I'll toot my flute and play all day, and dance the hours away." The second little pig was a little less lazy than his brother, but he still preferred playing over working. Soon he came across a man with a cart full of sticks. He thought, "A house of sticks will be stronger than straw, and it won't take too long to build." So he asked the man, "Sir, would you be so kind as to give me some of those sticks to build my house?" The man gave him a large bundle of sticks, and the second little pig got to work. He tied and stacked the sticks together, and in a day he had a house. It was a bit wobbly, but it looked like a house. He was very proud and started to dance and sing. "I built my house of sticks. I built my house of twigs. Now I can play my fiddle and dance some happy jigs." The third little pig was different. He remembered his mother's words, "Always do your best and work hard." He knew that a house of straw or sticks wouldn't be safe from the big bad wolf. He continued on his journey, looking for the best material. Finally, he saw a man with a wheelbarrow full of heavy red bricks. "This is it," he thought. "This is what I need to build a strong, safe house." He went up to the man and asked, "Please, sir, could I have some of your bricks to build a house?" The man saw how determined the little pig was and gave him a good pile of bricks. Building a house of bricks was very hard work. The third little pig had to mix mortar, lay each brick carefully, and build a sturdy chimney and a strong wooden door. It took him a whole week. He was tired, but he didn't give up. While his brothers played, he worked. Finally, his strong brick house was finished. It was beautiful and solid. He felt safe and proud. He said to himself, "I built my house of bricks with a strong foundation. Now the big bad wolf can huff and puff, but he won't cause a sensation." Well, it wasn't long before the big bad wolf did come sniffing around. He was hungry and looking for a tasty meal. The first place he came to was the house made of straw. He knocked on the door and said in a sweet as honey voice, little pig, let me come in." The first little pig peeked through a crack and saw the wolf's big pointy ears. His heart started to race. "Not by the hair on my chinny-chin-chin," he squeaked. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in," roared the wolf. And he took a deep breath, and he huffed, and he puffed, and he blew the straw house all to pieces. The first little pig squealed in terror and ran as fast as his little legs could carry him to his brother's house of sticks. He banged on the door, shouting, "Brother, brother, let me in. The big bad wolf is coming." The second little pig quickly opened the door, and his brother tumbled inside just as the wolf arrived. The wolf, even hungrier now, knocked on the stick door. little pigs, let me come in," he called out. The two pigs huddled together, trembling, "Not by the hair on our chinny-chin-chins." They cried out together, "Then I'll huff, and I'll blow, and I'll blow your house in," the wolf bellowed. He took a giant breath and he huffed, and the house of sticks creaked and cracked and fell apart completely. The two little pigs screamed and ran for their lives. They didn't stop until they reached their brother's house of bricks. "Help! Let us in! The wolf!" they shouted, pounding on the strong wooden door. The third little pig calmly opened the door, let his frantic brothers in, and bolted it securely behind them. Soon they heard a loud knock. It was the wolf. Little pigs, let me in," he demanded, his voice now gravelly with anger. The three pigs, feeling safe behind the strong walls, shouted back, "Not by the hair on our chinny-chin-chins. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in," the wolf roared, more determined than ever. So he huffed and he puffed, but nothing happened. The brick house didn't even shake. He huffed again, and he puffed again, turning red in the face. But the house stood firm. The wolf was furious and exhausted. He couldn't believe it. But this wolf was a clever wolf. He decided to try and trick the third little pig. "Little pig," he called out in a friendly voice, "I know where there's a lovely field of turnips. I can come for you tomorrow morning at 6, and we can go together." The third little pig was clever too. He said, "Okay." But the next morning he got up at 5, went to the field, gathered a basket of turnips, and was back home cooking them for breakfast long before the wolf arrived. At 6, the wolf knocked. "Little pig, are you ready?" The little pig smiled and said, "Ready. I've already been and come back, and I have a lovely pot of mashed turnips cooking. Would you like some?" This made the wolf very, very angry. He tried again. "Little pig, I know where there's a delicious apple tree down at Merry Garden. I'll pick you up at 5 tomorrow morning." The pig agreed, but the next day he got up at 4, hoping to be back before the wolf came. But this time the wolf came early too. Just as the little pig was up in the apple tree, he saw the wolf coming. "Oh dear," thought the pig. Quick as a flash, he picked a big, juicy apple and threw it far down the hill. The wolf, distracted, ran after the rolling apple. While the wolf was busy, the little pig jumped down from the tree and ran all the way home, locking the door behind him. The wolf was absolutely furious now. He had been outsmarted twice. He came back to the brick house and shouted, "I'm coming to get you, little pig. I'm going to climb down your chimney." The third little pig heard this and had a brilliant idea. His brothers were watching. Wide-eyed, he quickly put a big black pot full of water on the fire in the fireplace. Then he made the fire hotter and hotter. The wolf climbed onto the roof. He could smell the pigs inside, and it made his mouth water. He found the chimney and began to slide down. "Here I come," he shouted, but he didn't land on the floor. Instead, he fell right into the big pot of boiling water. Splash! With a yelp of pain, the wolf shot straight back up the chimney and ran away into the forest, never to be seen again. The three little pigs cheered. They were safe. The first two pigs felt very sorry for being so lazy. They thanked their clever, hard-working brother for saving them. From that day on, they all lived together in the strong brick house, and they learned that hard work and doing your best really does pay off, and they all lived happily ever after. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the story. Make sure to like and subscribe for more tales.